We knew that we had the opportunity this time to work with a particular artist that had done huge building projections. They'd worked in the Olympics, they'd done the Queen's Jubilee. They're world-class artists.
When I was asked if I'd apply to see whether I was selected for this light projection, I answered like a shot.
If you said, could you please condense your life's work into 4 minutes of a projection, most people would say no. What Sally was able to say was, this is really exciting, I really want to do this.
Our wider project is called Diseases of Modern Life, 19th Century Perspectives, and it's funded by the European Research Council.
Forget 6 counties overhung with smoke, forget the steam and piston stroke, forget the spreading of the hideous town.
There were a whole group of us who were working that night, running masses of activities, so we had talks, we had stalls, we had games.
The beauty of the Light Night really was that anybody could walk in off the street, so trying to plan something that could be equally understood by anyone who would come along was a real challenge, but also very productive. You had to really focus your ideas. I enjoyed it immensely. I got some really interesting questions from the public. Giggles are always nice. The moment where you feel like you've actually connected with your audience because they've understood what you've said, because they found something slightly funny. It's a moment when you feel like the connection's been made.
The great thing about working on history of medicine is that we all have experience of being patients, so we all are living the history of medicine. And so when we talk about what it felt like to be a patient in the 19th century, people can really come up with their own anecdotes where it's like or unlike. So that was a lot of what I was experiencing at that stall, of people coming up and saying, when I was recuperating from a surgery or after childbirth, this is what I felt like. So it was very interesting to hear back how our work made them reflect on their own experience of healthcare.
I thought maybe 1,000 people would come, that would be a huge success. We actually had 2,500 people throughout the whole night. And it just blew my mind, it blew all of our minds. So obviously, you know, now I've got to go bigger next time.
In all my years of teaching and research, I think it was the most enjoyable and rewarding event I've done.